I want to talk a little bit about Alec Baldwin and what happened on the set of Rust. But first, Mark, welcome.
How you doing? Thank you for the opportunity.
Doing good, doing good. I look forward to getting back to your place outside of Austin there and
Yes,
going through some stunts with you here.
that'd be great.
Yeah, great setup there in Austin. And I know right now you're in Florida working on some film situations, set deal or whatever. And I appreciate you taking the time to talk with us. Okay. So the situation with Alec Baldwin and the movie Rust and the unfortunate incident that killed a cinematographer and injured the director. What do you know about that?
Oh, as a stunt coordinator, it's my job to make sure that the people are safe, the equipment's safe, that the film happens with all safety procedures in place. At the end of the day, everybody goes home and everybody's happy. Now, things do happen on a set that are sometimes out of your control. That situation should have never happened. It's negligence, and there's no reason for a live round to ever be on a movie set. There's no reason whatsoever. And for that to happen is pure negligence, because that gun should have been checked several times prior to Alec Baldwin getting that weapon. And then he should have checked the weapon himself. I mean, actors aren't required to go through safety checks, but if I was a lead actor or an actor, period, shooting a weapon, I would check that weapon again. Even if I seen it get checked right in front of me prior to getting it, I would like the peace of mind knowing that that weapon is perfectly safe. And you know, we do handle guns. We do pyrotechnics. And I'm never worried about someone getting shot, because we never allow live rounds on the set. We have blanks that we take with us. Sometimes they're in a box. Sometimes we have them in little cases, but we have them locked up in an armor lock. And we never mix.
One person responsible for that, correct? Or?
Yes. Well, I designate one person, and all he does is keep an eye on that. He holds it, keeps it close to him. There's no change of hands, none. So the only time anybody else touches that weapon is when we're making an announcement in front of everybody that we have a weapon, either a prop. If it's a prop weapon, it doesn't shoot, we still stop. Before we start production, we hold the gun up in the air like this and show it to everybody. We open it up if it opens up. And if it's a real gun, we open it up, we take out the mag, we show the mag to everybody, we take out the bullets, the blanks, and we show the blanks.
Yeah.
So that's the proper procedure.
Well, you know, growing up in Texas, was taught you always treat a gun that as it's loaded and ready to fire. And so anytime someone hands you a gun, you always point it away from anyone, and then you check it. You always check it, make sure there's either no bullets in there, or like you say, take them out and reload it. At least that's the way I was taught. And that's just kind of a general rule as far as I know.
Yeah. Sometimes on a set, time is money. And I think what happened was, I don't know, but you know, when you're filming, you want to get out there and film. Sometimes the light has got to be just right. So, you know, there's sometimes rushed, but when I'm on a set, if it has to do with anything that can hurt anybody, like a gun or pyrotechnics, we don't rush. We take our time doing it correctly, and they can wait. It's just, you know, I'd rather everybody be safe than be on the news and someone being hurt and killed, just like this situation. That's just a tragedy.
Yeah, unbelievable tragedy. And this is, well, there's been a couple of similar incidences, I guess, in the past, two that I know of. Are you familiar with those?
Oh, yeah. I'm familiar with some other incidents. Yeah.
Yeah, the one, well, Bruce Lee's son, I guess, was carrying some sort of explosive that went off.
It was, there was some shrapnel in the gun. There was a blank, but the shrapnel was able to launch far enough to hurt him. Yeah, to kill him. Yeah. So they didn't check the gun correctly. So, yeah. So
even with a blank, there could be something fire out of there.
Exactly.
Piece of the casing or whatever.
Oh yeah, and even with the blank, if I'm too close to you and I shoot off a blank, you can still get killed. So, you got to be, 6, 8, 10 feet away. And
Yeah.
we never point a gun at the actor. That's what angles are for, camera angles. So I can, if I'm pointing a gun towards you, I kind of point towards the side a little bit.
Yeah.
So if anything happens, it's not going to hit you directly. It's all about camera angles and cheating it. And we can do that. And I don't know why they didn't do that. And another procedure that wasn't followed is that it's recommended that you have some plexiglass, like really thick plexiglass in front of the camera. So what they were doing was doing a slide. They were doing a slide like this towards the camera.
Yeah.
And I believe she was behind the camera when he shot the gun and she got shot. She shouldn't have been behind that camera. So the glass should have been there. She should have walked away for that shot to happen. And that's normal procedure for directing a full out, like gun coming towards the camera and being shot towards the camera. There should have been nobody behind that camera.
So they made a number of mistakes, in your opinion.
Oh yeah. I could probably point out like 5 mistakes. And it's just really.
Well, let's go through them. So one is checking the gun, whoever is responsible for it. And I guess number 2, the actor should check the gun, whoever's holding the gun.
And then production. From what I've heard, I wasn't there, but they didn't have a proper armorer on site. People walked off set that morning and because of safety issues, and they didn't have anybody with any real experience handling the gun. The person that gave the gun to Alec Baldwin should have never had it in his hand in the first place. So that's really? Number 3. And then production, if you're trying to cut corners and have your friend be the armorer, that's a big no-no. If you're trying to cut corners, pay the extra $5,000 or whatever it costs to have somebody there on set that day. It's worth it.
So number 4, they should have had a piece of plexiglass there. Oh yeah. And then number 5, there shouldn't be anybody in the line of fire.
Nope.
So just not. Was it tragic situation? So, well, going forward, you think there'll be some new laws put in place?
There's already laws. They didn't follow them. There were, okay, if you were to get in a car accident and somebody died while you were driving, you're probably going to get a manslaughter charge, right? Yeah. So something like this, you're holding the gun in your hand and you didn't check it, or no one checked it, and you have a live round in it. I think there's several people that should pay the price answering to this. One would be Alec Baldwin, who's a producer. He should have, the buck stops with him. Yeah. Having the right person on set, checking his weapon, and then your armorer, whoever the person was that handed him the gun, whoever was supposed to be handling the gun in the first place didn't have the experience. They should be held accountable. I'm not sure to what degree, but a woman's life is gone, and it puts a black eye in the film industry. To be honest with you, I see on Facebook, people are like, "Oh, stop using guns on films." Guns aren't the problem. It's negligence. That's the problem.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I appreciate you taking the time to talk about this, and again, I look forward to coming back and visiting you on your stunt ranch outside of Austin, and we'll go through some stunts like we talked about.
Yeah, I'll do a squib on you. I'll shoot you.
Yeah. We're going to do a lot of safety checks, I guarantee you.
we'll put some little pyro squibs on you. And I'll use my finger and make the blood pop out of your chest. So make it look like we do in the movies. So we can safety check my hand, but boom, the blood will pop out of your chest like you really got shot. We can make it look really cool.
Wow. Well, hey, I appreciate what you do, and you make the movies come alive and make them great and make them very dramatic. And I know you risk your life a lot of times doing that. So I'm sure there's a big adrenaline rush to it all.
Oh, yeah, always. Yeah. I always get pumped up to do a stunt for films. It doesn't matter what it is. It's definitely a high for me.
Okay. Well, we're going to talk again later and go more into your background and some of the films you've been involved in later on. But I appreciate you taking the time today to talk about the Alec Baldwin shooting.
Yes, sir. I appreciate it. And then tell your viewers they can check us out at www.extremeforceusa.com.
Okay.
But don't put an E. It's just extreme with an X.
Oh, okay. Perfect. We'll put it below the video.
There you go.
Mark Anthony, thank you very much, buddy. Take care,
All right,
Mark.
buddy. Have a good
Bye-bye.
one.